Hey guys, and welcome back to Idleon. And there was an update the other day to finally release Party Dungeons, which has been a long anticipated update for several months now. And this is a really big update to the game. And the main thing it introduced were dungeons, which there's two of now. There's one in World 1, and I believe there's one in World 2. I haven't tried the World 2 one yet. Apparently that's like a snake-themed one or something. But I have tried the World 1 dungeon here, and as you can see, it's in a forest, and basically there's a frog boss that you can spawn, and I haven't gotten a whole lot farther than that because I'm still learning how it all kind of works. So I've been trying to learn what to do. Basically, you have to collect from the other monsters. You have to collect certain materials, which you then drop on this cauldron, and then it spawns this giant frog. And then you can attack the giant frog. And the gear that you have is basically random gear that you can either buy from that frog that's balancing on a stick, or you might get a few pieces that you start with. So, and then you earn money to spend in that shop from the other monsters. And yeah, it's an interesting system. And then at the end, you basically get some RNG and get certain drops. So the whole thing is very RNG based, and it supposedly allows for a different experience each time, which I can say is somewhat true. It is a little more interesting that way than if you were just using your normal gear, I suppose. But it also makes it very random, and sometimes you can just feel like you got some bad stuff a certain time. So there we took down the first frog boss. This was one of the first runs I ever did, and I think I had no idea what I was doing, and I'm not sure if my group had any idea what they were doing as well. And sometimes the syncing is very poor in the raids, so in the dungeons, so yeah, it can be really confusing as to what exactly is going on. I was just still trying to figure out how the weapon upgrades worked and such at that point. So as it turns out, something else that can drop are these weapon or armor or jewelry enhancements. And so basically you have weapons, armor, and jewelry, and at certain levels you unlock those. Certain ranks you unlock those, and the enhancements for them, you can pick one and it will add a particular bonus, and if you pick another one, it will replace that bonus with a new bonus. So you can kind of keep shuffling through them to get the bonus that you want, and that way you can kind of work to build a lot of different specific builds for running these dungeons with, combined with the different types of gear and the different stats that you get on this random gear that you collect. So, and then here you can see I got a keychain, which is one of the main rewards from these dungeons. And these keychains just seem to have random stats on them, I guess. Some are way better than others, it seems like. So it's a matter of just trying to collect different ones until you get the right rolls of luck to get good keychains. So overall, I mean, pretty cool, but I can also see how this is going to get stale pretty fast, potentially. It is a lot of repetitiveness, even though there is, I will say the gear, random gear part does keep it interactive. So here I managed to find lava, going through the different worlds there. Level 126, a notable level from RuneScape. And yeah, kind of cool to see lava in the house here. So I'm reasonably enjoying this update so far. I think it adds a significant amount of new content to the game, and it definitely provides more active content to do, which is always good, I think, even in an idle game. I've always enjoyed how much content there was to actively do in Idleon, despite the fact that it was supposed to be an idle game. So here was one of the early loot drops I got. I didn't do well in this one, so I didn't get very much. But as you can see, you get you know, you just get XP and these other points with this D symbol, the purple ones and the blue ones, and then you get these keychains. So I didn't manage to spawn the boss on that one. It took me longer to figure out how to do it on my own, but eventually I did figure out how to do it on my own, and I've already beaten the boss, the first boss at least, solo on my own, and it can be more efficient to run it on your own, because what happens is you have to wait for a long time to get into a group, whereas on your own you can just, you know, create a party by going to your inventory, and there's a button there to create a party, and then you can do that. Unfortunately, this one here, I'd already died, and I haven't figured out how this works, but when you die, it decreases your damage to 1, so I had to give up on that round. But later I did figure out how to defeat the boss, and like I was saying though, there's a lot of desync issues, a lot of issues with joining parties, lagging. I noticed it was better today than it was yesterday. Yesterday I had to relog each time I wanted to go solo. Today I was able to just keep going. So solo seemed to be easier because it just takes a long time to wait for a group a lot of the time, and with solo you can just jump in there and go. No issues. Well, still some lag, but no issues waiting for people. This enabled me to more quickly grab some points and currency, but I also realized that there are actually like keys or passes for this. I finally noticed that number in the upper left hand corner and was like, uh-oh. So I'm still not sure exactly how you get those. It's not clear to me. I know you can get more in the shop, but I don't know how you get more outside of that. I assume there's some method like it restocks weekly or something like that. Or you get them as a drop from something, but I haven't figured out what yet. Now this one was a little bit awkward here. I was trying to figure out where we were missing 6 of the purple things, and I couldn't figure out where they were. I think in the end what I didn't understand was that I should have dropped, there might have been more stuff that I had, and I maybe should have dropped the other things on there and they might have spawned. I don't know, maybe not. Or maybe they were hidden inside of that last one, that last camp that I didn't open. Either way, the first number of runs I was very slow at figuring out how to do it, but eventually I did figure it out, or at least how to consistently sort of do it on my own. Through the first boss, not the second one yet. I could get to the second one, but I kept running out of time, so I'm just focusing on boosting my stats up through the shop and refining my strategy at the moment. So should be more videos about that soon. Overall, solid update, problems with lag, but a lot of great content, and hopefully the lag issues and the party issues get streamlined soon enough, and then hopefully this update can be more fun. But it's a good start, and I appreciate the fact that Lava has stayed committed to trying to add new content to this game, even if sometimes it's buggy and laggy. At least he's out there trying, and hopefully he's going to keep refining and polishing this, and it can be really good. So you can see here some things you can do in the shop with increasing points and stats, and you can also use the purple ones to increase stats outside of the dungeon as well. So that combined with keychains gives you some potential to increase your stats outside of dungeons, which could be quite powerful. So yeah, that's going to about wrap it up for this video. So should be more videos soon, maybe with me showing how it's going with dungeons. So once I've gotten some more experience. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments and what other types of content I should create. And I will see you guys in the next video.